Hello y'all, Dronkeys here. Before getting started with the video, I just wanted to mention a few things. This is going to be my first upload ever on YouTube, so please bear with me, I'm still fairly new to this. I am going to be playing Song of Horror for my first video, episode 1 from the very beginning. I am currently actually on episode 3. I have been streaming this entire game on Caffeine TV for the last few weeks. The reason why I'm making a video over episode 1 though is because I want to give my viewers that didn't get to watch the first few episodes a chance to catch up with the story and to kind of just know where we're at with the storyline. Without any further ado, let's get started with the gameplay. I'm most likely gonna divide this episode into 2 or 3 parts because the introduction is a little long, but it does play a part into the story, so definitely important. Now again, it's going to be a lot of raw footage. I'm still trying to figure out the whole editing thing and the whole recording thing. So again, please just bear with me. Hope this is fun for y'all, because it is actually a really fun game to play. And I'm going to try not to talk during the important parts. There's just a lot of talking those first few minutes of the chapter.
Home sweet home.
Now again, given that I've already played this chapter multiple times, I already know what to expect with the jump scares and with the story. So I'm not gonna pretend that I get scared from, the jump scares that the game has. If I get scared, I get scared. If not, then that's fine. This is mostly again to just give people a chance to catch up with the storyline, since I plan on streaming it until I finish it. Regardless, it's still a fun game to play. I'm gonna do my best to do things in order as if I were playing it for the first time, but again, I'm not gonna fake any reactions, so I'm not gonna pretend to be scared if I'm not.
Oh, crikey, seriously? Hello?
Daniel, it's me, Etienne. Hey, we've got a bit of a major emergency going on here.
Oh, you're joking. Friday evening, and there's an emergency?
This is serious business. Sebastian Husher is nowhere to be found, and his manuscript should have been at the office by Tuesday. He won't answer his calls, and he hasn't shown up at his office at the university. He's vanished into thin air.
Oh, don't screw with me, Etienne. Call him on Monday, or send a courier for him. I just got in the door less than 5 minutes ago.
I go myself, but I've got to attend Albert's performance in half an hour. Plus, Husher's house is closer to your place than it is to mine. Come on, man. The sooner you go, the sooner you'll get back home.
You're going to owe me a big fat favor.
Whatever you want. Write this down. 4 Abbott Thomas Road, in the old housing developments along Highway EB-15.
EB-15? Good God, that's out in the sticks. I plan to take a few days off after this.
Well, we'll talk about that once you find it. Oh, and if he gives you the manuscript, don't show it to anyone. And don't go selling it off to the highest bidder.
I'll see what I can do. We'll ring you up when I get back.
Thanks, Dan. You're saving my skin.
Again. Another Friday evening and I'm working as an errand boy. I suppose they're too important over at Wake Publishers to come looking for jolly old Husher themselves. Shit. Even I should be too important for that. Though I mustn't overstretch my complaints. Rising from my lot as a drunkard and financial ruin to that of an errand boy is actually quite an improvement. If only things had gone a bit better for the company, or I'd got on the wagon a bit sooner. Damn, Sophie did the right thing when she divorced me. I would have divorced myself in her place. Daniel Neuer, the bloody alcoholic. Chin up, you. That is Daniel Neuer, the bloody ex-alcoholic, after all. Wake Publishers employee by day, Wake Publishers screwed over lackey by evening. Even Friday evenings. But if I could find Husher, I have a feeling my status at the company would rise quite a bit. After all, he is the publishing firm's biggest star. Let's cross our fingers and hope he's home.
So there is a lot of talking in this first part. Once we get through that, I'll talk some more, I promise. I just don't want you guys to miss anything important. The graphics of the game aren't truly the best, but the story makes up for it for sure. It's very interesting and it's actually fun to follow. There's just a lot going on all the time.
Hello? Is that music? I'd better take a look. Is that someone playing a music box? There's something...
I don't know how good the video quality is, so I'll go ahead and read the letter for y'all in case you're not able to read it. It says, "Dear Sebastian, how are you? To be completely honest, I must admit that we're all impatiently awaiting your latest work. Sorry, my dear friend, I must ask a favor of you. Enclosed with this letter, you will find one of the latest items we have purchased at the store. An ornate music box with fascinating engravings. The craftsmanship is astonishing, but something else has caught my eye, or perhaps I should say ear. The melody, Sebastian, it's peculiar. You have to listen for yourself. I'd never heard the song before, and my attempts at finding the score, or the name of the composer, have failed. I cannot for the life of me get the melody out of my head." I'm sorry, I cannot read. And this is the first letter from Isaac Farber.
Interesting.
So, music box.
What the? How can there be a door there?
Now, this game gives you the chance to interact with a lot of things, but most of them are useless. They're just kind of useless information that it gives you. Also, excuse my cough. I'm still recovering from the flu that I had a few weeks ago.
I'd hardly taken a step forward when I heard the door close behind me. When I turned around, the door wasn't there anymore.
Ooh.
And all that was left of it was a strange shadow on the wall. I searched. I despaired. And I screamed until my throat began to burn. The candles started to run out, as did the batteries in my torch. From within the most suffocating darkness, the hours went by, until turning into days, and I began to fall in and out of a restless sleep. I would hear voices, sometimes right next to me, other times a few yards away. It seemed like they were coming from the other side of the wall. Desperate cries, howling in horror, and sometimes, the worst of all, a vast, oppressive silence would fall, seeming to emanate from everywhere and nowhere all at once. There was nobody there, just hallucinations, nightmares, black nothingness, and the song from that music box. Trapped in this impossible place, I wondered if I was going to die there.
Days later.
Etienne, do you have any news on Daniel yet?
Oh, Sophie. No. We've been calling him at home all day, but there's no response. Do you know if he's got a mobile phone?
No, I don't think so. And if he does, he doesn't tend to keep it on him.
Oh, man. I think I should pass by the Husher place when I leave, just to see if they know anything.
Husher the writer? Your client?
Yeah. I sent Daniel over there on Friday, and I haven't heard from him since.
What's the address? I'm going to stop by Daniel's place, and if I don't find him, I can go around and ask about him.
The house on the outskirts of town, on Highway EB-15. Number 4, Abbott Thomas Road. It's a big house.
Okay. I'm headed over. Call me if you find him.
Of course. Same to you.
Alrighty, so we're about to get started finally with the actual gameplay. So as you can see here, we can play several different characters. I believe it's 3 for this chapter that we can, or 4 that we can play as. Sorry. How it goes? It's if you select one character, you play as them, and you one way or another end up killing them throughout the story. They're no longer part of the story, meaning that again, once they're dead for good. You can still continue on with the story as a different character, just say if she dies, she won't be a part of the story anymore. However, nobody has to die. If you manage to make it through the entire chapter as it is without killing anybody off, then that's good, but it doesn't necessarily affect the storyline all that much. So I'm just going to select her. She's the first one, and just based on those stats on the left, seems like a good character to play as for now. And again, I've run through this chapter quite a few times already, so shouldn't be too hard to get through it. I may do 3 different parts of this episode, or maybe 2 if I manage to get through this initial part pretty fast. I'm not gonna speed run it or anything. Definitely want you guys to get the full experience of it, but I'm still gonna, if I know how to do a puzzle, I'll go ahead and do it. I'll try my best to explain the clues to it as well. The thing that does bother me though is how she decided to go at night. This house is creepy as it is.
The door was open. Is there anybody home?
Yeah. Alright, again, I'm just going to read all the notes, unless they're too lengthy. But this one says, "My dear eccentric husband, I left your key in the top drawer of your bureau in the library. The children have been very nervous lately. We need to talk about this as soon as you get back, and I don't want them playing with it." So, just a note. With these type of games, I typically like to investigate every single room because most rooms will have a clue or a part of a puzzle that you need. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, just to get you guys familiar with the house as well. Again, I already know exactly where to go and what puzzles to do and how to do them, but just for the sake of the video, to make it somewhat entertaining, I hope. So it's the toolbox, or a box with fuses written on it, and there are probably fuses in there. Need a key to open that. So for this episode, I decided to record it without my webcam. However, feel free to let me know in the comment section below if you guys would prefer webcam or if it makes a difference to y'all. And yeah, I mean, I appreciate any feedback. Just again, be patient with me. I'm completely new to this, but I hope I can make it somewhat entertaining for y'all. So bottom half of a key, the bottom half of a broken key. Look at this. There are signs of breakage here. Huh, I wonder if it's broken.
Huh.
Water came out under the sink, and there's a wire right there. Step on it. Drawing by Saul. A drawing done by Huster's youngest child. In the back says Saul 7. The thing I like about this game is that everything you collect, you will end up using at some point or another. So it doesn't leave you with useless items and wondering if you should use them or not. Oop.
What was that?
I don't know. Let's go check it out. So checking doors like this is a big thing in this game. It adds to the suspense for sure. We need a key to open that. And since we did read that note at the very beginning of the key being in the office, we will go to the office. I see key in the drawer, but it's jammed. I've got to lubricate it somehow. I cannot talk, I'm sorry. Oil can, and that should do the trick. Master key, looks like an old key. It was in the jump drawer in the library. These keys usually open more than one door, that is correct. Good observation. There's a folder in the drawer. I wonder what's in it. So we grab that. A reddish folder containing a bunch of papers. Nothing we can do with it really. Scratch that. It's actually very few items that you hold on to that don't really do anything, but like that folder. But for the most part. This part always gets me. Phone is too loud.
Hello? Sorry, who is this? I can't understand you.
This is Patrick.
Can't leave my room.
What the? It sounded like a child. Is he in the house?
Man, if a child is alone in this house, I would not stay in here.
I should take a look on this floor first.
Good idea. Alright, so we did collect the key. I believe there are 2 doors down here that need to be opened. One will be in the kitchen. So let's start with that one. Excuse me. Seems clear to me.
Yes.
Oh dear. Poor birds.
Huh.
Firewood, they probably chop it by hand. Amazing observation. Key works for this door, which is the room that Daniel went in and was never seen again. Screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. It looks like it's seen better days. You too, lady. Alright, so I combined it with the fuse box that was in the garage and gave me a bunch of fuses, which will come in handy at some point. So again, I'll read the notes. They're an important part of the story and give you clues to what to do and where to go. I saw another door yesterday. As I was walking by the dining room, I suddenly heard the music from Daddy's music box. When I went in and I saw the door, I went running to tell Mommy, but when we came back, it was gone. She scolded me for making things up. It's not fair. I was telling the truth. There's an old door here, different from the rest. It even had a key in the keyhole. If I see it again, I'll go inside and leave the door open. That way Mommy will believe me. Saul. I saw the weird door Julia said, the one that wasn't there before. I believe there's a back to it as well. There it is. Mommy was very angry and kept yelling at Julia. The door is scary. I will hide the key in the dollhouse. I will hide the 5 dolls too. Even if they get mad at me, I will bring them out when Mommy and Julia forget about the door. One will be hungry, so her friend will make dinner for her. Another will read while her mom takes shower. The ugly one will watch the door so nobody comes in. I promise I'm normally not this bad at reading. Tonight, my eyesight's just tired. Oh.
Daniel,
Damn,
is that
Daniel.
you?
The way she runs. She is ballsy. I would not run towards an evil looking door like that.
Oh God! What the hell just happened? What was pushing that door?
Daniel. Alright, so typically after that happens, it's a good idea to check every door or every way out, just in case. I mean, you never know. Alright, so we do have fuses for the fuse box, which I'm assuming, well, which I know it's downstairs. And since we do have a key to open this door now.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
Alright, note reads, Dear Julia, if you found this note, congratulations. You're one step closer to solving the puzzle I've prepared for you. I hope it keeps you entertained while I'm away. I've hidden your favorite doll in the safe and changed the combination. Since you aspire to becoming a detective when you grow up, I think this is a great chance to put your deduction skills to the test. The new combination is as follows. The number of our street address, Saul's age, the decade and year, the canvas upstairs right next to the staircase was painted. Wow. Alrighty, so I do remember that the street address is 4, or the house number is 4. Saul's age is 7, based on that drawing that he did, that we have of his. The only thing I don't remember is... Oh. It's creepy. That actually hadn't happened before. But the only thing I don't remember is the decade and year of the painting. So we'll find that at some point. This is a puzzle. Took me forever to figure it out initially. Thankfully, I remember it now. Whoops. Don't remember it fully, I guess. I swear that's the opposite of what I did. Don't mind me. I'm just... Alrighty. So it's not working quite yet. There's still another thing that we need to do. So for now, we are done downstairs. Let's go upstairs and see what other clues we find. Oh. So the painting that had the clue was supposed to be here, but it's no longer here, so now we have to look for that. And I actually don't remember where it was. But we'll find it. Spoopy door.
That room looks really dark.
A little bit. So we won't go in there until we turn on the power. And nothing else is useful in this room for now. It's a picture of the wife and the children, and it turns into a creepy picture. Nothing really useful about it, but it's still interesting. Dishcloth. Even dry, it smells like cesspool. They've cleaned up a lot of filthy water with this thing. So, if I remember correctly, there is that spill in the kitchen, which is what we'll use it for, to clean that up, and that should allow us to turn the power back on. once this is clean, we can turn on the power. Now, so far, there's really nothing too creepy about this game, or about this chapter, but as it progresses, it gets scarier and scarier, especially when you get closer to the end. So, while it may seem boring now, definitely worth watching, and worth playing, even. Why is she gasping? What the heck? Alright. Power's back on. Hooray.
Finally. Daniel, if you're here, I'm going to find you.
Still don't know the rest of the combination for that safe, so we will open it later. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, that wasn't scary at all. Alrighty, so this seems like a good stopping point, right as I turn on the power, of course. I will go ahead and end this right here for now and get to start recording the second part of this episode, just for the sake of keeping it under an hour for each video. This should be around 25 minutes to 30 minutes long. Again, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any feedback, please do comment it in the section below. You know, anything that I could do better with these videos, whether it's audio, video quality, or me talking too much, not talking enough, or I don't know, anything. Any feedback is appreciated for sure. Again, just please understand it is my first video ever. I will try to get better from here. But anyways, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and until next time.